What is going on, everyone? It's Super here, and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. Now today we're going to be talking about the giant reveal, the giant, stream of information, content reveal that we got yesterday for Injustice 2. It was a huge day, and before I get started, I just want to thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it in the YouTube comment section, on Twitter. Sorry I couldn't respond to everyone, but it's just overwhelming, the support and the love, so I really appreciate it. But now let's talk about this new, not really development, but I guess small little change that kind of throws a wrench into everything that we thought of for the silhouette. So if you guys aren't familiar, don't know what I'm talking about, the 3 DLC characters out of 9 were revealed yesterday for Injustice 2, that being Sub-Zero, Starfire, and Red Hood. Very, very happy about those characters. By the way, I'll probably be making a separate video talking about them, but in the background, NetherRealm actually teased the silhouettes of the remaining 6 DLC characters. And they did this for Combat Pack 2, they did this for... Did they do it for Combat Pack 1? I don't think so. I think they just showed everyone, right? Yeah, they showed everyone, but for Combat Pack 2, before they actually revealed the characters, they showed these silhouettes. They did the same thing for Injustice 2, and I made a video covering it yesterday, but since then, a couple interesting developments have happened, mostly with the second Mortal Kombat character that looks like Raiden. Now, the community took this, and it wasn't really a mixed bag. It was mostly Raiden fans want him to be in it, but honestly, the majority of the people that I saw on Twitter, even, tournament players and just, anyone who's a fan of NetherRealm games, really does not want Raiden in the game. If you guys do, it's fine. It's completely fine. It's all good. Some people might not want Sub-Zero to be in it, but I do. I like Sub-Zero, so it's all good if you do want Raiden to be in the game. But the majority of people, including myself, really don't want Raiden in the game. I think, having one Mortal Kombat character is fine. I love the series and everything, but it's something that if it is a guest character, it could have been for another guest character. But regardless, I want to talk about this new picture that Ed Boon tweeted. So obviously the Raiden silhouette is like the most obvious one, like Raiden, Black Manta, immediately identifiable. But this picture that Ed Boon tweeted right here is very, very interesting, because the character that you guys see in the background behind Starfire and Red Hood is actually the Raiden silhouette without a hat. And the reason this is such a huge deal is because, we thought that the silhouettes in the back were, I guess, pre-rendered silhouettes of the characters and how they're supposed to look. But the fact that he has no hat on, throws a little wrench into the whole situation. Now, could these actually be troll silhouettes? I honestly, if you were to ask me that, I would tell you 100% no. I really do not think these silhouettes are trolls. I think they're 100% legit, and mostly for the reason being, there's a lot of Black Manta fans out there. All right, so if Black Manta was teased as a silhouette and then he doesn't end up being DLC and it was just like, haha, it's a troll, people are going to be pissed. So I think that discussion could be ruled out, in my opinion, of course. Maybe they put a Raiden type hat on somebody that isn't Raiden, like maybe on a character that isn't Raiden, to not give them away completely. That I could, that's a little bit more plausible, but I still don't think they would do that. Of course, with the gear system, I'm sure that you're going to be able to, if Raiden is in the game, you might be able to, take off his hat. Maybe that's another possibility right there. But something else that's very interesting that, I forgot where I saw this on Twitter, but I saw this regardless, is someone actually found an old tweet by Ed Boon that is very, very interesting. So I'll put it up on the screen right now. Now, this tweet came from Ed Boon, just out of the blue. He just tweeted this for no apparent reason. at 9 a.m. on April 4th of 2016. He just tweeted Sub-Zero and Raiden. Now, again, he tweeted this picture out with, silhouettes in the back, and they're arranged in different orders. The character we thought was going to be Raiden has no hat anymore. In this silhouette, his hat is removed. So, naturally you would think, oh, maybe, it's not Raiden, and, something happened. Maybe they were trolling with the Raiden thing because it's like the most obvious silhouette out there. But then you get Ed Boon's tweet, from way back a year ago, and it says Sub-Zero and Raiden. And guess what? Sub-Zero is the Mortal Kombat DLC character announced first. Raiden is in the background as a silhouette. And people ask me all the time, why do you look into Ed Boon's tweets too much? Or you look into Ed Boon's tweets too much? Whenever Ed Boon tweets something that is just random, or it seems random, it seems like just out of the blue, he just tweets something, there's a good reason that it could be hinting at something. Because Ed Boon normally, unless he's talking about movies or just, a specific topic, a lot of times he gives little hints in his tweets about characters. He did that for Alien, he did that for Leatherface, he did that for many characters for Mortal Kombat X. And the fact that he tweeted this a year ago, that is crazy. Because this, I don't even know how someone found this. Maybe they just searched up Ed Boon and then like Sub-Zero Raiden, or just like the word Raiden and Ed Boon, and this popped up. Because this is a really old tweet that is just Sub-Zero and Raiden. And the way it looks, at least just at face value, is Raiden is going to be another Mortal Kombat character to be added into Injustice 2 as a guest character. So, like I mentioned, this is really interesting. Is Raiden going to be a character or not? I want to know, and I know we're not going to know for a very long time, because once they, they already showed Starfire, Red Hood, Sub-Zero, right? So what's left now? Each character is going to get their own gameplay reveal trailer. Each character is going to be released one at a time from, what Ed Boon has said in previous interviews. It sounds like each DLC character is going to be released at a time. Jason Voorhees was the first DLC character for Mortal Kombat X. He came out 1 month after the game was released, so that's going to be June 16th. Maybe around there is when we're going to get our first character, and then maybe a character a month. So we're not going to get any information or any reveals for the other characters for a while. So it's just going to be rolling around in our heads. Is Raiden actually going to make it into Injustice 2? And just based on its powers, obviously Raiden is a god. It would make sense for a god to be fighting other gods like Darkseid and stuff like that. So, just power-wise it would make sense, but really, I don't like it. I love Mortal Kombat. Raiden is a badass, especially asshole Raiden, right? But two Mortal Kombat characters, when by the looks of it, Spawn might not even make it. And I'm not even talking about the other silhouettes, man. There's still 4 other silhouettes that we don't know about, other than obviously the two obvious ones, Black Manta and Raiden. Ed Boon tweets out this tweet where it's the silhouettes in the background rearranged. The character who looks like is Raiden has no hats. What the hell's up with that? And then people find this tweet from Ed Boon a year ago saying Sub-Zero and Raiden, who look like are going to be Mortal Kombat guest characters for Injustice. So, oh my god, this is absolutely crazy. I like talking about it just because I get really excited for, content for a game that we're all going to play for the next, however many years. I played the game. It's fucking amazing. It plays so smoothly, so well. You guys are all gonna love it. So, this gets me really excited because it's future content after the game is released. That's gonna keep the game alive. And it's just a mystery with all these silhouettes. I hate silhouettes because then it just leaves so many doors open, especially that silhouette next to Raiden on the left side. It looks like a freaking gorilla. It might be Beast Boy in a gorilla form. He looks like Grodd. All right, I'm just gonna say it. He looks like fucking Grodd. Maybe it's I don't know. I'll make a separate video talking about other possibilities for these characters. There's a lot of popular, opinions on who these characters might be. I'll make a separate video on that, but I just wanted to cover this Raiden topic because it's really, out of all these characters, the most interesting one because he's so obvious, and then there's just so many other things, like the Ed Boon tweet, having no Raiden hat on the Raiden silhouette, and then having Ed Boon's other tweet, just out of the blue tweeting out Sub-Zero and Raiden. So, he's just so obvious that it's interesting with all these other, things surrounding Raiden. Like, for example, when the silhouettes for Combat Pack 2 came out, Boraicho was the absolute most obvious character in existence. And we thought that was a troll, and it ended up coming true. Boraicho ended up being in Mortal Kombat X. We couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So, the obvious is, it's so obvious that people are going to think it's a troll, but then it's going to come true. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.